3. We're all back. And in honor
of the Sith. No, that's not what we're watching. Sorry.
Don't confuse the audience.
No.
But I did have something else lined up as my pick. But in light of recent events, I thought it only made sense to do an homage to the brilliantly talented Richard Donner, who we recently lost, and go back to a movie that I think, for Ryan and I at least, is a movie that very much made up our childhood.
Yeah.
And The Goonies just became one of those movies that, when you think about films from your childhood that just stand out as, oh, that was a good movie, The Goonies always comes up.
Yeah. 1985, man, good year. Breakfast Club, Witness, Legend, Teen Wolf.
We know how to make them in the 80s, man.
Back to the Future.
We may have to do like a whole series on the John Hughes flicks at some point.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
If people actually care. Remember to smash that like and subscribe button.
Button.
Did it again.
He doesn't know how to pronounce his T's.
Button.
So it's time to watch us watch the film. Pirate stuff. Pirate things are happening. And anytime you see Steven Spielberg presents a Richard Donner film, you're in for a good time, folks.
Oh, we're back to the Skull and Crossbones. This is what you could get away with in 85. Like, how did he have the tools to break apart his... He doesn't even have a sink.
Right, in his cell.
Joe Pantalonio. I'm not even saying that right. Joey Pants.
Joey Pants.
Anne Ramsey. May she rest in
Anne
peace.
Ramsey.
Ellen! It's like Cartman before there was Cartman.
Maybe that's how they got the idea for Cartman's voice. Maybe it's an Anne Ramsey homage.
Maybe. Trey, give us an email.
Matt. Matt.
So he's just like, okay, so he got out of the cell. How did he get from the cell to the front door?
And have his jacket and his hat. Like Sean
Sean
Astin before he was Samwise. Josh Brolin before he was Thanos.
Yeah.
A lot of great people in this movie. Corey Feldman, who went on to dream a little dream.
Carrie Green.
Of Carrie Green. She's so pretty. I want her hair. And again, the fashion. So she's wearing sweatpants with shorts over them. And leg warmers.
Also Rock from later.
Oh, yeah.
That's dope. They're right. They're
right
on the same beach.
We start where we end. That's very cool.
I didn't even notice that. Screenplay by Christopher Columbus, who ended up directing the first 2 Harry Potter movies. I mean...
Wait, Christopher... What?
Chris Columbus.
Oh.
Not Christopher. He was long dead before this movie was made, just so you know.
He already did his damage.
He did not sail the ocean blue to make this movie.
And that's Thanos.
Thanos. Literally, for Halloween, like 2 years ago, he donned that entire outfit again. There's pictures all over the internet of him dressed like...
And he was also in... He's done a bunch of stuff. Deadpool, too.
Oh, yeah. Cable and Deadpool.
It's Mouth. And I'd like the record reflect that he's wearing a Prince and the Revolution t-shirt.
Purple Rain.
Proving that Mouth was hip.
What?
Right.
What?
And what shirt are you wearing today, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm wearing a Prince and the Revolution t-shirt. And yes, Bran, who's Josh Brolin, the older brother, is wearing sweatpants and he's got a pair of shorts.
Why?
Just like Carrie Green was.
There's no
They're
point to
twinsies.
that.
It was 80s fashion, dude. Like, layering.
We did some weird shit for fashion in the 80s. I gotta love the parent that would let the child do this to their front lawn.
First, you gotta do the truffle shuffle. Come on.
The truffle shuffle.
Do it.
Do it.
Here's your truffle shuffle.
Is it bad that I can't hear anybody say do it without hearing For the Vine in my head?
Why?
Because they picked up, because in the 80s we also weren't very political correct about fat kids. We made them do things that were not appropriate.
Yeah, like this
and we
kid
made
is not,
fun of them being fat.
Not fat, but his
He's
character's
not.
name is Chunk.
They call him Chunk. And I would love to point out the plaid pants and the Hawaiian t-shirt. 80s fashion.
I really don't mind that name because I think that's cute.
His Chunk.
In all
Chunk.
honesty.
He's Chunk.
But already, you're getting kind of a sense of
Who
all
these
individual
kids are, yeah.
Yeah.
They're not like the same.
The characters are developed very well
Yeah.
in this flick.
They have unique abilities,
Yeah.
unique things about them that are going to come into play later.
And they're also kind of, as you can tell as you watch more of them, they're all kind of kids that like don't fit elsewhere, so they fit together.
They're the Goonies.
They're the Goonies.
What's the point of that name? What is that?
It's just a random name. It's not like, you know, there's no
Oh, okay.
philosophical meaning
No.
behind it. There's no deeper value to be gained from them being called the Goonies other than it sounds cool.
But that, as an identifier, then identified all of us in the 80s that were feeling the same way.
Right.
Okay.
We were all Goonies.
And Goonies never say die.
Dun, 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 dun.
We'll do.
Great child.
Yeah.
She's trying to give him instructions on how to like clean the house, and
He's like, the drugs are here. The sexual torture chamber is this way.
because he can speak Spanish, so she just doesn't speak any English. So so Mouth is messing with her.
Great.
Now they're like, hey, let's go up to the attic because there might be some like cool stuff up there that we can take before you guys move.
Yeah, dad's sexual torture devices.
So this, inspired a lot of dreams. Like, wouldn't it be great if we went up to the attic like right now
And we
like,
found a pirate treasure?
yeah, and like our dad had
A
like,
map?
a pirate treasure map.
Right.
And it was
Oh, come on.
a mile that way. Wouldn't you want to go hunting for pirate treasure?
Yeah.
We're going on a bear hunt.
We're going on
Sure.
in our favorite rocket. That guy.
Little Einsteins. Disney, please sponsor us. Can you imagine?
The video's gonna get taken down now.
Oh, great.
What doesn't Disney own at this point, though? I mean,
Me.
you don't own me, Disney.
Right.
Spooky secrets?
Well, it's a frame pirate treasure map.
We're gonna like take a hammer to it, smash it up.
No, we're gonna establish that
The chunk is a klutz.
a klutz. Here, hold this.
Hold this for me.
Watch him count.
And done. This is probably a lot of kid actors get flack, but this entire scene is so well crafted. Like these kids, as you know, Sean Astin's character starts telling the story, they are enthralled by the story. Like you believe it's the first time they're hearing it, and I guarantee you this is not the first take.
No.
Everybody just is genuinely and like Key here has some real like wow, like
Yeah.
he has some real genuine reactions to what's happening.
If memory serves, like Dick Donner brought them all in, however, a couple weeks before they started filming, and just like let them hang out together,
Yeah,
so they developed natural friendship and chemistry.
right. They were
A lot of
buds.
good movies do that. Aliens did that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I said. I said booty traps.
That's why we say that
Yes,
all
I-
the time.
That's
That
why I
is,
do that.
we
This is
literally
like- yeah.
quote that almost every
When you
day.
say, oh no, it's not. I'd say I messed up a word. Like that's what I said.
I said
I
some booty traps.
This is so sad. Like, just.
This is an emotional scene in a kid's action movie.
Right.
Like this is
But this is.
supposed to be a movie for kids.
Yeah.
It is a movie for kids, but this is like
But Mr. Tough Guy.
yep. You always take care of your little siblings. Always, right, Sarah?
Yes, big brother and protector and bodyguard against all evils.
Ew.
And he's just dragging him across the deck. This is a really great visual shot. Very. And then the lightning, like it's just Cyndi Lauper.
They still do it from time to time, but especially in the 70s and 80s and 90s. Popular artists of the time would record a song just
Specifically.
for the movie.
Like they still do with James Bond. Fun fact about that song, I have seen it performed live on my birthday during Pride Week downtown.
Oh, and this is what we could do in the 80s.
Yeah, we just
One of your friends showed up, pulled up in your driveway on his bike, and we're like, dude, we're going to go and whatever. And you're just like, okay, Mom, I'm going out with Dave. We'll be back in 5 hours.
we'll be back when the streetlights come on.
What?
Because the world is not the same place, kid.
It is not. The world has changed.
Yeah, the world is not.
Like
Like
not even,
this.
like Light 360 and apps to track. And
This
like,
is a
photos.
dick move, though. This is a. But this little kid's acting just gets me. I want my bike. He's got my bike. This is a great aerial shot. Like, this is very cool. I'm James Bond 007. And Chuck's like, you guys, I'm hungry. It's like, again, you've got your tropes. Fat guy's hungry. Yeah. Asian kid's good at tech. Like, there's so many stereotypes in this movie. Mouth is a big mouth.
One time for, location scouting. Like, this is beautiful.
This is really beautiful.
Astoria, Oregon.
And there's The Rock again. Not Dwayne. See, he's just riding the bike. Like,
trying to catch up with him.
Ride on a baby bike.
We might still have one of your baby bikes.
Mom, will you give me a baby bike for Christmas?
I think we still have one of your baby bikes. See, here's where you find out. Okay, again, stereotypes. Guy in a really nice car. He's wearing his Letterman's jacket. Astoria CC stands for Country Club.
His name is Troy.
His name is Troy. His brother's name is Chad. I'm just guessing that his brother's name is Chad. But, like, look at this. Like,
this is dangerous.
This is a criminal act right here. And
attempted murder.
Right. I was like, stop, don't do that. Like, they're really trying to get him to stop. And he's like, what? This is funny as hell. He would have died. Like, this whole scene. Whoa! How did you...
Yeah, he's Thanos, Mom. He can't die.
He's not Thanos yet. He's still Caucasian.
Thanos.
He's not purple yet. The indestructibility comes from the purple, because purple is an indestructible color. This is probably part of the reason why kids are no longer allowed to just go where they want to go, because parents saw this scene with Anne Ramsey. Why does the water look like piss?
Because it's from, like, rusty old pipes that haven't been turned on in years.
I wonder what they actually used for that. It's probably apple juice. Yeah.
But this is awesome. Like, he's still trying to follow the treasure map. He's scared witless. Still trying to follow the map. Because he believes.
The treasure is like Santa.
Oh, kids suck.
Who's that person with the glasses and everything?
Martha Plimpton,
Martha Plimpton.
playing a character by the name of Steph.
Steph.
Been a while.
And she's friends with Andy. And Bran is sweet on Andy.
And-
Andy was in the car with the douchebag guy, the convertible.
And Steph was in the back seat smacking the hell out of him, trying to get him to stop. And Martha Plimpton, LGBTQ. Very huge advocate, too. And she has consistently acted since this.
I should ask you to be on the show. Martha, can you give us 2 minutes on what it was like to be the Goonies?
Please.
I'm sorry, she's very pretty.
Yep.
She is very pretty. They're both very pretty.
Ironically enough, she was in a movie called Beautiful Girls.
Don't worry, it's chained to the wall, because that's perfectly normal.
Well, he doesn't necessarily know it's human. He's calling it an it. We have an it. A giant it.
Pennywise?
It's the second time in under a minute. They're like super close to kissing.
Well, there's, a creature. Called him Josh.
And it's in the subtitles.
Yep.
Why don't we just put chocolate on the floor and have Chunk eat his way through? Wait for it.
I don't got it.
No.
I got it. I don't got it.
Every time we were like a little kid, a little toddler running around, and he bumped into something, I was like, "You klutz!" That's right.
That's why we did that.
That is the intonation and delivery.
And then you made it better by barely being able to speak, and any time you after that would have an oops, you'd say, "I'm such a krutz."
That's back when you couldn't talk. So we're talking like 2-3 weeks ago. But look at by the water spilling, it went down and found its lowest point. The Fratellis.
That's a great last name.
It's a great name for a band.
Right.
I smell ice cream.
After this little ice cream scene, we should maybe pause it. I want to make popcorn.
That's right, yeah. But now this creates a bigger problem because the Fratellis thought that the kids left, so now they're scared they get caught there. They're in for it for real.
and I have had some interesting sibling rivalry moments, but I don't think we've ever tried to murder each other over pizza.
Yeah.
The battle I'd like to see.
Us fighting over pizza?
Yes.
Wouldn't be much of a battle.
Nah, I'd kick your ass.
She got you there.
She's not wrong.
Alright, so we pause it here and go get some intermission snacks while we fade into this lovely shot of Ashton's eyes.
Let's all go to the lobby.
Let's all go to the lobby and get ourselves some snacks.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
And we're back. So they accidentally locked Chunk in the freezer with the stick.
Stay.
He's remarkably calm being trapped in a freezer with a dead body.
I love the dark.
But I hate nature.
I hate nature. I think Chunk is my spirit animal. Well, shit.
How did he not see into the car?
Right?
Because even if it were dark,
Kid,
you'd be able to see facial features.
kid. It's a movie.
It's 2 corpses in a matter of like half an hour for Chunk.
Poor Chunk. He's in his feels.
They're all banging on the pipes.
Is he dead? Did he die? Is he dead?
No.
That'd be the 3rd corpse of this movie.
He's a strong man.
I'm a big brave boy. Orange is the new black. We might have a problem, folks. He's just sitting on the toilet reading Guns and Ammo magazine.
That's what you did in the 80s.
Ew, poop water.
Well, they had the pee water in the restaurant. Now they got the poop water. Balance your ones and twos. He said, tell me everything, and he's bearing his soul.
Life story.
He's bearing his soul. He's coming clean. It's like confession.
That's also sound logic from a kid.
Right.
He went in and he was an expert.
And an adult.
That's what I said. I said booty traps.
Love you so much, Data.
Oops.
Don't touch.
Why would you?
Why would you pull it? Like when you know that there's booby traps around.
That's what I said. I said booty traps.
Right.
Here's your girl. She's going to give one of the best lines in the movie.
God put that rock there for a purpose.
Maybe not moving the rock, homie.
He's loving this. He's like, know me. Jeff Cohen, I'm so sad he gave up acting because he's brilliant.
Hey, movie's over. They found
Thanks for coming out, guys.
coins.
It's a very profound thought. Like, my wish didn't come true. I'm taking my coin back.
Look, coin came back.
You don't get that wish. You don't get that wish to see Andy in her underpants. Now is not the time, jackass. What a perv.
You're a douchebag.
Again, a valuable point. Chester Copperpot's dead a few miles down the road here. We've made it further than he did.
Yeah.
I'm not a Goonie.
Yeah, you always
Honey, you was a Goonie.
Here you go. Big speech.
This is one of the most iconic speeches in 80s film. Not just a kid movie, this is an iconic scene through 80s film. You can get in Troy's bucket and abandon all hope, or you can stay down here with us and...
Where it's our time. It's
Exactly.
our time down here.
here.
Up there, it's their time. It's their time up there. But that speech, like, some people, make fun of it for being, childlike. He's a kid. That was so well written.
Right.
To be delivered by someone that age.
Right. It's perfect. And now it's official. She a Goonie. I love that you can see him in the TV. It's so cute. He really wanted that baby Ruth, man.
Look, he trained on the wall.
Why did he not do that sooner then?
He wasn't motivated.
He wasn't motivated.
Yeah, you gotta have your baby Ruth to be motivated enough to break chains, man.
Baby Ruth, please sponsor us.
God!
So much worse for him.
Hey, I resent that. Having a little sister is amazing.
How would you know?
Because I'm amazing.
Touche.
I mean, facts. I do be spitting facts.
So much worse for him.
Hey, I resent that. Having a little sister is amazing.
How would you know?
Because I'm amazing.
Touche. Oh!
See, again, I don't have nuts, but that hurt.
She took piano lessons 12 years ago, so here.
Here, play
piano
this.
that's made out of
Again,
skeleton.
they have skills that come into play. You have chosen wisely. You have chosen poorly.
This would have been the greatest day of filming
Oh my god.
ever.
I want to do this. And how many times they probably had to do it, too. And the cameraman following them, like, they have to time that perfectly so that, you know, nobody collides with one another.
I think it's just like at the end of the day, they're like, okay, guys, day shut down for the rest of the day, but you guys can be on the water slides as much as you want.
That'd be great.
I guarantee you Richard Donner did that.
He was really, really great with the kids.
Yeah, because when I watched the commentary track when that DVD first came out,
Yeah.
and they brought them all back in to record a commentary track, including Richard Donner, and just seeing them all together again was awesome.
Yeah.
Now,
Because he recognized them as kids, but he also treated them
Yeah.
like working professionals.
Now, one of the things the director did that was awesome is he didn't let anybody see this set until
Right now.
right now. So this is their genuine first reaction to
First take.
seeing this.
That's so great. And it's so...
That's smart.
And it's beautifully crafted. That's...
But like the whole movie, they're trying to get to a pirate ship,
And here it is.
and here's your pirate ship.
They all knew what they were working toward the whole time.
Got into the pirates' quarters, Yar Marty.
Never do that
Did
again.
you hear about the new pirate movie?
Oh, pirate movie.
It's rated R. Do you know what a pirate's favorite letter is?
R?
No, it's the C.
God.
You fall for it every time.
You
Note
need
that
to be
the
a
only
voice
one
actor.
laughing is actually him. So, you know.
You need to be a voice actor.
Me?
Yeah.
Do your Cartman real quick.
No.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't do no, it's insulting to the people who can actually do that well.
You actually do it pretty well.
This is just making noises.
I
I
know, but they're great.
can't even do lines.
Yeah, you can.
Just the random noise.
I love that. Except this, you can't take this. That stays for Willie. Take whatever else you want, but leave that for Willie.
Oh, they caught up to him.
And we would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling adults.
That didn't work for you.
It's Chunk, man. He's klutzy.
Pretty successful.
Yeah, for Chunk, this is heroic, man.
That's your girl. Just fucking deck mama for jelly.
She's a badass. Martha Plimpton, I love you. See, this is when big brothers can be dickheads.
Sloth is the big brother.
He's the oldest?
Yes.
Do we know that for sure?
No.
Okay, you're making assumptions. This is very telling. He loses it at fall. Like, is he like that because of his mother? Only dropped you once. Or maybe twice. Alright, I'm gonna show you how it feels to fall, woman. And there she goes. Mom shows up with pizza for Chunk.
At like 8 o'clock in the morning.
That's adorable. You can't hug a photograph. You're my best invention, kid. You're my best invention.
I know, I'm so amazing. I shoved my feet in your face.
Yeah, get your stinky feet out of my face. Did you ask your mother
Yeah.
if you could adopt the sloth.
Not a kitten or a puppy.
Right. This is a real life human being that has probably some medical needs that have not been being attended to. He kind of looks like Cody Ko. Troy. Kind of looks like Cody Ko if Cody Ko were a smarmy dickhead. That's a bullshit parrot line. Money helps. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you in your stupid hat.
Wait, don't they have some in their pockets still?
They had to empty their pockets for the Fratellis.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
See, we were telling the truth. Here comes the pirate ship.
What?
With everything that happened, the ship got
Yeah.
released.
When that last booby trap went off, it launched the ship. So they could
Released them
escape.
from the moorings so they could, yeah. This cute shot of all the Goonies together. Including
Wait,
Sloth.
the treasure is still on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Okay.
But they have what they need to save the town. Willie gets to keep his treasure. Yeah. That's really pretty.
Fake as hell.
Fake as hell, but
Did you know
it was 1985, man. So you had never seen this before.
No.
What do you think?
It was good.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
See?
Does it crack into your like top 25?
Probably, yeah.
Nice.
Do you understand though, like why? You understand why it's become a classic? Because
Yeah.
you're just seeing it now. But can you imagine being just even like slightly younger than you are right now, and this was like the movie that just came out?
Yeah. I say someone should remake it.
What?
No, like make another one.
They're making a sequel. A sequel is currently in production.
Oh wow.
But
Yeah.
they're not. They don't have a script. They don't like. It's in pre. It's extremely pre-production. There's only 3 people that are attached to it right now.
And if people are gonna revisit wells of things that have been done and have that acclaim to them, I wish they would do more things like that, where we're taking a sequel, so you're not really treading on what was done. I mean, with certain things, like technology couldn't let us do certain things the way we want to do them. In that regard, then I can understand like a revamp, like with Twilight. There were a lot of things there that probably could be done better, but The Goonies is perfect the way it is because it perfectly encapsulates 1985. Instead of trying to fix something that doesn't need fixing, if it's not broken, let's not break it.
Yeah, and it spawned a whole there's a whole bunch of movies that are in this theme. The
Yeah.
Stand By Me, Gremlins, The Lost Boys, Labyrinth, The Neverending Story, Willow,
Kids as adventurers,
Yeah.
you know, getting into grand adventures.
Monster Squad, Jumanji, Adventures in Babysitting, The Karate Kid, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. So, what was your favorite thing about the movie?
Do you want a serious answer or do you want
Give us both. Your serious answer and then be a smartass.
serious? I liked all the characters. I think
Yes.
they were all
Yeah,
very
yeah,
lovable.
for sure.
Yep.
Character development.
All very lovable. Yep.
My not a lie, but not exactly serious answer. I really liked that chick. She was great.
Steph.
You got,
That's part of the whole movie.
you got a new crush.
Martha Plimpton
Martha
is your
Plimpton
new
at-
on your
I
list.
have a boyfriend, yet I'm like, sorry. I'm gonna text Julia and say, sorry, no more. I found someone else.
So least favorite then.
It's okay if you can't find a flaw.
Right.
I wish we knew more about, like, the main. Sorry, it's like, I can't remember their last name.
The Fratellis?
Yeah, I wish we knew more about.
Like an origin story of the
Yeah.
Fratellis and how they turned to a life of crime. That's decent.
Because, like, it's not really explained. Why did no one know?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Just since we're talking about it, as if you could guess, who is oldest? Steph from the Goonies, me, or your mother?
Chick from the Goonies.
Yep. She was born
Ha!
in 1970. She's
I
just
felt like I was gonna mess that up.
Well, you already know that I'm not the oldest in that
yeah,
equation.
so I knew that couldn't have happened. I didn't want to say you because I felt like that'd be rude.
Sarah, what's your favorite thing?
I think what I enjoyed most about the Goonies then and now is kind of still playing on the idea of character development, but the fact that what they were saying was smart and was very valid, well thought out points that if you look at it more on a deeper level as an adult, you're like, wow, that's actually a really brilliant thought. But it was written as kids. Whoever wrote this movie really thought about, how do I get a point across that I'm trying to say but make it sound like it's coming out of a child? I think that was extremely well executed. The thing I probably liked the least was probably some of the things that happen within seem a little reaching, like they wouldn't necessarily happen in real life. And that's kind of the beauty within it, though, of a movie, is you do kind of suspend your belief in what's logical, but some of those things it was a little reaching to, it takes you out of it ever so slightly, because that would never happen. Brand going off of that bike and going off the cliff, he'd be dead. He would not have survived that.
Well,
so
he didn't go that far. But I get your point.
Yeah.
Some things just
he'd have been injured at least. He walked out of that unscathed. He didn't even have a hole in his, sweatpants. Mm-hmm. So.
Stupid sweat. God. I understand that was a style thing back then.
Yeah.
But why
for sure.
was it a style thing?
It was the 80s, man. Things were confusing back then. What about you, Ryan? Favorite thing about the Goonies? He needs a minute.
I like that I want to say it spawned a genre, but it definitely was one of the first, if not the first, of the,
one of the trailblazers
kids on an adventure. Just like, this is a movie that was not like a cartoon or a movie just made for children's enjoyment. This is something that like adults could go and watch and not be bored to tears. The cast and the location, like people go to like the Goonies location in Oregon, and I've always wanted to do it. Seeing a bunch of people that stayed in the business too, between Josh Brolin and Sean Astin.
Knowing who they become, and
Josh Brolin was in a
Thanos and Cable,
and was in a movie that was Best Picture.
Yeah. So
Sean Astin and Josh Brolin both have been in Best Pictures.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the least, I mean, it was 1985. Some you can tell still some of like the matte shots where things were like a photograph in the background or the forefront. But other than that, it's great. Goonies is one of the best. It shall remain one of the best movies of that particular time frame.
And just one of several movies that will be the legacy that Richard Donner left behind.
Yep.
So, just seemed like the right time to do the Goonies.
I get to pick next, right?
It is your turn next.
I will say that it's either a movie that's very anime/video game centric. I think it's going to blow your little mind.
Oh my god.
Or my favorite movie that's not Star Wars that takes place in space. I haven't decided yet.
Oh wow, there's a thing that you like that takes place in space and it's not Star Wars?
I'm feeling very judged by you right now.
Wow. You just got called out, man.
That was your intent?
Yes.
I like a lot of movies, dude. I'm very diverse. You don't know who I is.
When we did the trailer, you were like, make sure you put Star Wars in there.
And say that I will probably never mention Star Wars.
Star Wars is dope. Like we'll do a Star Wars movie at some point.
Are we gonna do all 9?
Don't even. What? Thanks for watching us watch the film. Say your thing.
Bye.
You know where this takes place?
Yeah, in a tunnel.
Walk the whole fight all the way through so that we see where we're going to take these hits.
Every movie you make, one good thing about it is you come out with a new friend. And it's so true, but I came out with so many of them. It's extraordinary. This industry is my friend. And it's been just the greatest gift in the world to me.